Hello, I'm Lee and I run West Kent Catapult Club. I was about 14 when Nan got me a little set, and yeah, I was shooting that with marbles, just at tin cans and things like children do. And then once I was about 17, 18, I lost interest in it, and then I'd say about 7 years ago I saw that there's a new technology where they're a lot more accurate and faster. It's this type of flat band, because before it used to be like square, big thick square, or tubes, or whereas this stuff is so light and so fast that you can be a lot more accurate with it, like archery, and that's what pulled me back into it, to be honest with you. I shot on my own for years, didn't realise there was anyone else about really, and I started seeing all these competitions and stuff and thought I wanted to train for it. So asked around, got permission for this place, and it sort of grew from there. And we've ended up probably the biggest and well-known club in the UK, to be honest. And then if you look through the trees, you can see there's like a yellow metal disc, yellow metal target. So what you'd do, you'd stand, you can put, as long as part of your body's touching that peg, you'd take your shot at the target. Just to ensure that everyone's got the same disability, or the same advantage or disadvantage. So we invite them as a sort of amnesty to hand them in, and we'd give them an invite to the club, teach them how to use a sports catapult, and just do things properly, like see that it's a lot more rewarding to win a trophy than what it is to shoot a seagull or a baby cow in the eye or something.
National Highways.
KMFM. Traffic and travel.
The 8299 Thanet Way, London bound, partially blocked. Queues are backing up nearly 4 miles. It is due to a broken down lorry just by the Dargate turnoff. I can also see a lot of congestion in and around Whitstable due to this, plus on Honey Hill, southbound towards Blean. Detling Hill, the A249, looking slow just before the M20. Sevenoaks High Street stop-start, as is Tunbridge Wells and Pembury Road as you head to the A21. We've then got congestion in Ashford on the A28 Great Chart bypass. That's from Teeth Barn Lane to Brookfield Road. And the Snodland bypass, the A228, moving really slowly just before Morling Road. Is due to the roadworks.
KMFM. Kent Traffic and Travel. With KD Asbestos. Safe and professional asbestos surveying, testing, removal and disposal for all types of buildings. On DAB and FM. On smart speakers. The KMFM app. And kmfm.co.uk. This is Kent's radio station.
At 9 o'clock, here's Nicola Everett.
Rachel Reeves has refused to rule out tax rises in her upcoming budget, but insists she's going to protect the country's finances.
When I was appointed Chancellor, people put their faith in me to take our country forward, not to be swayed by political convenience, not to always do what is popular, but to do what is right. The Chancellor says she'll have to make hard choices when she sets out her measures on the 26th. She says her priority is bringing down inflation and interest rates and improving the cost of living for families across the UK. Police have revealed they had to use dispersal orders to deal with antisocial behaviour in Broadstairs on Halloween. Officers were called to reports of teenagers throwing eggs at vehicles and houses in the town on Friday night. A 12-year-old boy was initially arrested before being taken home and spoken to in front of his parents. A prolific shoplifter has been recalled to prison after being caught stealing food from a co-op in Ashford. Robert Bishop was on licence when he took steak and ready meals from the store last month. It's not been stated when the 38-year-old from Beach Drive in the town will be released. Now, a Kent man who set up his own catapult club has revealed what he thinks needs to be done to stop them being used as weapons against wildlife. Lee Harrison runs a club in Matfield which takes part in national target shooting competitions. He says calls for a complete ban or licensing system are not the answer.
I don't think that would work, personally. I'd say what you need is a restriction on age, so you couldn't buy them unless you're over 18. Much like knives, like kitchen knives and things like that.
He's also calling for more police powers and is working with officers in Tunbridge Wells.
We, as a sort of sporting community, have decided to let people know that we actually exist, because where everyone's calling for a ban all the time and things like that, maybe if they know that we've got teams and we compete regularly all year and things like that. Maybe it'll just change their mind a little and maybe head for a restriction, or, you know, to aim at the perpetrators rather than the sport, if you know what I mean. So we've just been letting members of the public come over and talk to us, and, you know, a bit of an amnesty going on. So if anyone's got these heavy sets that do all the damage, they could hand them in, and I'd say to them, you can come down the club and we'll teach you how to shoot properly. And then the next part of our initiative, what we're doing now, is for these children that have been in trouble with the police for misuse of catapults, they can come along after the club's normal hours, and I'll stay behind with some PCSOs and I'll go round with them, you know, maybe a group of 5 or 6, try and show them there's more reward in hitting targets rather than hunting and things like that, or not even hunting. They're just shooting seagulls and things in the park. And then if they stay with it and keep with it, I'll start doing competitions with them so they can start winning little trophies between them, just totally their own thing, not related to us. And hopefully try and instill some of that spirit into them.